Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 scariest moments in Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Can't see me.
For this list, we're looking at the moments in RE4 Remake that had us going, Dios mío. Was there a moment that freaked you out the most? And what do you think of the newest Resident Evil game? Let us know down in the comments. Number 10. Entering the village.
Holy shit.
Those who have played the original Resident Evil 4 will feel at home with this segment. As soon as you're discovered in the iconic opening area of the village, you'll have an entire mob of villagers chasing you down for what feels like ages.
Here we go.
Those less familiar with the game will probably go into a frenzy as the mob can easily corner you. The chase goes on for quite some time until the church bell finally tolls and calls off the mob. Just what in the hell is going on here? Well, the terrors only get worse as you progress.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Number 9. El Gigante.
Jesus Christ!
The funny thing about El Gigante is that it isn't merely the sight of the enemy that had us panicking like a lamb in the hands of a cult. No, it was the looming and rather loud presence of the beast that shook us. Prior to entering the lago, there is a giant metal gate that remains closed, for now, and you can hear what the gate is housing. El Gigante's rumbles and groans can be heard on the other side, and you know those noises are a sign of unfettered rage boiling, waiting to be unleashed on you later on. Number 8. Bitores Mendez.
Cease your pointless struggling. Abandon your body to the will of our God.
You're a shitty missionary. You know that.
Mendez has this creepy Mr. X vibe to him, mostly because of that cold, unfeeling stare and fake eye. While we are glad to not have him stalking us as we blindly venture through the village, our final bout against him was truly disturbing.
God, I thank you for your gift.
Tell us, have you ever seen someone's spine extend and grow spindly, insect-like limbs? It doesn't help that Mendez is pretty quick on the offense during the second phase of the fight. We would have been happy to put a couple magnum rounds in him if we had any to spare. Number 7. Novistadors. You'll encounter these skittering insectoids once you journey down the mines with Luis, and you'll quickly discover that these are the token jump scare monsters of RE4 Remake. See, the Novistadors don't make just one scene in particular scary, they will jump scare you in areas where you least expect them to pop up. This is because their camouflage allows them to blend in with the environment pretty damn well. So, you'd best be careful how often you're running into that next area with reckless abandon. Otherwise, you will get jumped. Number 6. The First Garrador.
Can't see me.
This was perhaps the most stomach-churning and unsettling moment in the game. After your first run-in with Ramon, you will be forced to enter the dungeon where you will hear the wailings and roars of the First Garrador. And you will hear this as you're walking around and reading about its creation.
What was that? Do they keep animals down here or something?
Seeing the tortured animal chained up was haunting, and we went into full panic mode the second we heard those chains break and those monstrous feet stomping towards us. Number 5. The First Parasite.
Christ!
Parasites are arguably the least scary thing in the entire game, but that's after they become a somewhat common enemy. However, your first encounter with the parasite is ripped straight from your average horror movie, and we found it anxiety-inducing the first go-around. Not long after you meet with Ada, you will spot one of Sadler's followers down a narrow hallway. The poor dude quickly becomes possessed by the parasite before charging at you. It is straight up like something you'd see in a paranormal movie. Number 4. Regeneradors.
Christ. What kind of experiments are they doing here?
Much like El Gigante, you can hear the first of these blueberry flesh bags making noises as you try to nab a level 3 clearance card. Thing is that we were not prepared for the garish nightmare heading our way. This section will have some rather interesting experiments to read up on, and it isn't long until the first Regenerador ambushes you. Crippling it won't help you either, as it will flop about and lunge at you until its limbs are healed. We hope you found the bioscope for your rifle before you left the area. Number 3. The Library.
Oh, thank God. I am done with armor.
Ashley's only segment in the game sees you taking a lantern and finding a way to save Leon from his newfound prison. Unfortunately, Ashley has no way to defend herself besides running, and it makes the library one of the most stressful parts of the game.
This sucks!
Along the way, she comes along several armaduras, which are basically walking armored plague up parasites. These guys can surround you quickly if you're not careful. The worst part of all this? A group of them crowd around a door at one point, forcing you to crawl underneath their blades and limbs. Number 2. The Hedge Maze. Hate the Colmilos? So do we. They are the sole reason why we are on edge throughout the entire Hedge Maze section at the castle. With the maze's tight turns and limited space, these quick canines could easily ambush you. Some corners would lead you to a cage full of them, and if one got away, well, the hedges offer no protection, as any one of the Colmilos can leap through the hedges and catch you by surprise. That said, you better make sure you off every single one the second you see them. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Verdugo. Verdugo is, without a doubt, the most terrifying part of Resident Evil 4 Remake. Our eyes were bulging out of fear once the boss encounter began. You have this tall and gangly creature stomping around the cooling chambers with great speed and ferocity. The way this thing quickly bangs around the hallways and vents constantly keeps you guessing where he's lurking. You only have 2 options to get out of this one. Either wait for that incredibly slow elevator to finally make its way up to you, or dump every bullet you have into this damn monstrosity. In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.